windy city beside Lake Michigan at Navy Pier. I am showing you beautiful greenish yellow or yellowish green leafy tree before me, which is in fact gymnosperm, not the angiosperm, so no flowers but cones. And this particular tree is of special interest as the first study about this tree was only from fossils, and it was concluded that perhaps this tree no more exists in nature and is found only in the form of fossils. But later, from the wilderness in China, the tree was actually found existing in nature. So that was the unique discovery of this particular tree, which is named as redwood. And dawn redwood, perhaps after that darkness, we came to know about its discovery as if it was a dawn for the tree, for our knowledge. Dawn redwood tree. It is one of the most sought after garden ornamental tree, planted everywhere in Chicago, Illinois, especially the Chicago city. Wherever I visited, whether it was a botanical garden, whether it was the Lincoln Park Zoo, or even beside Lake Michigan at Navy Pier, I found its widespread tree planting. Even inside residential houses, locals have given it a space, as this is unique redwood tree with graceful greenish yellow foliage. And as the city is called windy city, so you see the wind is blowing and even its branches are dancing, so there are clouds also. Just a day before, there was a fierce windstorm along with the rain, and many trees were uprooted and larger tree branches, they got broken, and there is widespread damage to the tree flora. But these two unique redwood trees, one is that very near to the Michigan Lake, and another just few meters away. These two trees you see, they are red danwood tree, and in summer foliage the color becomes yellowish green, more towards yellow. So for this golden foliage, this is sought after tree, and especially during the winter season. Before winter arrives, the autumn color will also be fascinating. Otherwise, this is a deciduous redwood tree, and I will show you the unique identification, because there is another tree which you see which is not yellowish green, only lush green, and this also looks very similar to this tree. But this tree which now I am focusing, having the green cones and even one red winged blackbird, you are able to see sitting on its branch. Red winged blackbird. And this particular tree before me, which looks very similar to a red danwood, is basically the bald cypress. Wild cypress means it is also deciduous tree. Taxodium distichum, single solitary specimen is seen growing in the Institute of Indian Integrated Medicine, Regional Research Laboratory, Jammu. But such a beautiful lush green foliage is unique in the climate of America, because this is the temperate climate, and in subtropical belt it doesn't grow that nicely. And this particular tree, which you may confuse with dawn redwood Metascoia sempervividis, is in fact Taxodium distichum. And if you see how to segregate or differentiate the two, you will see this is the feathery leaves, and the leaves are borne alternately, but each leaf, which is pinnately lobed, has the leaflets, but they grow again alternately. Nowhere you find two leaflets just growing opposite, and these are the greenish cones. So this is from Cupressaceae family, very similar to Cupressus saru. We are familiar in Kashmir Mughal gardens and even in Delhi Mughal gardens. Mughals also planted the cypress tree. But Italian cypress are the Cupressus sempervividis, and another one, the Himalayan cypress, that is Cupressus tarlosa. They also have the similar cones. So this is from the same family but different genus Taxodium, as this is not evergreen like Cupressus but deciduous gymnosperm. So this one is Taxodium distichum. Why distichum? Because the leaflets are borne on either side, left and right. They are arranged in two rows, two-rowed leaflets. So it has got distichous arrangement of leaflets. So this particular tree is Taxodium distichum, not red dawnwood. But I will show you the foliage of red dawnwood, which is more yellowish, rather golden green, and its leaves rather leaflets, you will see these, they are borne quite opposite. Here you will see they are borne in opposite fashion. So this distinguishes this tree from the Taxodium distichum. This is not Taxodium, but this is Metascoia glyptostriboides, which is the unique redwood found in Asia, especially the China. So this is the Chinese species, stands planted for its handsome foliage across the length and breadth of city of Chicago. As summer progresses, leaves turn from lush green to yellowish green, and ultimately they turn more golden yellow, as you can appreciate here. The sunny side has more yellowish, whereas shady side leaves are still green. Here you find the lush green and less golden color, but where there is sunshine you find the color is golden yellow. More fascinating color is on sunny side. You see, this is the blue sky, even the clouds are there, and high-rise skyscrapers are there, and wind is blowing. This is maple tree, this is Kentucky coffee tree, and there are so many other Jopai weed or the Eutrochium, maculatum, but the trees which I am focusing, this one is Glyptosporoides, Metasequoia glyptosporoides. Sporoides is the species, genus is Metasequoia. Such a handsome golden decorative gymnosperm which may have declined in the wild but stands preserved and conserved through the efforts of nature lovers, scientists, botanists across the breadth of not only in Asia but also in Northern America, especially in Chicago, where I'm presently trying to learn about the flora of this beautiful city, the windy city. So this is popularly named as Dawn Redwood, and other two redwoods which we are familiar, they are from North America itself. One is giant redwood tree, Sequoiadendron giganteum, and another is coast redwood tree, that is Sequoia sempervirens. Only single specimen of Sequoiadendron giganteum exists at Tungmark Yarika Farm of Indian Institute of Integrative Medicine Herbal Farm at Yarika Tungmarg in Kashmir, and no tree is seen planted anywhere in India regarding the another coast redwood, that is Sequoia sempervirens. So we have three genera in redwoods. One is this before me, golden yellow foliage, fascinating foliage, two trees planted beside Navy Pier, Lake Michigan. This is from the genus Metasequoia, and another one is Sequoia sempervirens, and third one is Sequoiadendron. And this is the nice specimen, decorative specimen beside Lake Michigan. This is the afternoon when you see the wind is blowing, and this graceful golden shine is attracting the tourists and casual onlookers. This is more handsome to me rather than this bald cypress, which is Taxodium distichum, that is simply green and has not that much attractive look as this Metasequoia glyptosporoides, popularly called as Dawn Redwood, native to China, planted in North America, Central America, city of Chicago, Illinois.